Hello, world. Well, it's daytime, and as you can see, there's plenty of snow out. Supposed to get a lot more coming up. I just wanted to talk about this video I was watching on I think it's Sean Ryan show, and I could be wrong. I'm not exactly sure. I remember him when I was working with the teams down at Log Sioux, and I remember hearing about him then. I don't think I've actually ever worked with him, but he's talking with this other. I think he's a Army Green Beret special operator. Probably worked with him too. I don't remember him, but that doesn't mean I hadn't worked with him before, and or worked with people that he knew, and vice versa. He was talking about how he got abused when he was a child. And he was talking about how he was 5 years old, and his next door neighbor, and then he instantly goes in and he's just like, I believe that predators can feel and sense when a child is weak or broken. And I understand that this really doesn't matter anymore because predators are just openly taking all kids, and because they're inherently weak and misunderstood, because they really haven't lived their life for very long. And even me I'll be 48 this year, even at 48, or 49, 48, 49. Anyways. 48. I'll be 48 this year. Anyways, and I'm a bicentennial baby, so when I turn 50, this country will be 250 years old, and I find that to be an amazingly cool thing. But what I wanted to really talk about was how he was talking about, and then he goes into the story how he was locked into this freezer, and basically left there all day, and you could still see the mark on the wall where he was leaning up against it and just rocking for hours on hours just to stay warm so he didn't die. And this is a man that probably should have grown up weak and possibly even dead, and he overcame and became one of the most elite operators there is, just by being in the Green Berets or Dev Group or the SEALs or just being in combat. I mean, you already know you're the elite of the elite, because the military is such a small cross section, really, truly, of how many people are actually in the United States and how many of the world we actually defend and help out, even though we probably kill more than any other country in wars, because most of the time we come out the victors. And like Patrick Swayze said in Roadhouse, nobody ever wins a fight. So what I wanted to say was, it's not so much that the kid was weak, because there are, like I said, your kids are weak compared to what a grown man can do. And most people that are predators and or those guys that you're trying to keep your daughter away from, guys like me when I was younger, like and by younger, I'm not even talking about high school, because I don't think I was very good with the ladies at all, because I wasn't very good at anything at all, having to deal with the opposite sex. All I knew was that I wanted to hump everything. It wasn't because I was bad or I was a sinner or anything like that. It was just I was young and I was able to reproduce, and that's what we were meant to do, you know, to spread our seed. And and anyways, just trying to get wrapped. Sometimes I get wrapped up in thoughts because everything kind of like clicks to me together on all this stuff. But as though there was a lot of sexual predators out there, and I didn't live too far away from New York City, if you really think about it. The only reason it takes so long to get there or get out of there is because it's so many people packed in such a small area. So we lived in a place where a lot of rich predators live, but we also live in a place that is very well, most of the people that actually live there and work there and everything in upstate New York is the country people that are there. And anyways, so as though it was huge when I was a kid, because we never locked a door. I remember doing my own laundry well before I was 5 years old, and learning how to make myself this and do that, and then also be scared that if I made a mess or I took something that wasn't mine or all that there was consequences to be paid. And a lot of people would say today that that's kind of cruel, but I never, and I love being by myself, I never worried ever about predators, because my mother told me and showed me how to be tough, and realize that even at a young age, when everything should be just fun and learning and love and trial and hate and just learning all your emotions and how to control them, and hopefully it's being done under the belief that there is a God, and that it's okay to make mistakes. But what I'm just getting at is, even though sometimes kids and stuff will be to be picked on, bullied, or caught up in pedophilia, because that's just the way it is sometimes. You're never going to stop something unless you stop the actual issue, you know? And you're never going to get rid of pedophilia. It's been around for probably quite a while, quite a long while. Well, of course, well before Jesus. I mean, and the funny thing is now that we're to a point where that so many people have amassed so much wealth and all that stuff like that, that they believe that they're above God. And that means no matter what, or above the law, if you don't believe in God, which the law is still inherently corrupt in a lot of ways too. But also in the United States, inherently pretty not corrupt. It's just the way that people will go into these things, you know. It's not really trying to figure out who killed somebody or did all that stuff, or raped somebody or anything bad. It's about just moving on to the next case, making that more money, or all that stuff like that. Nobody really spends the time and the effort to, and that's cops, that's jurors, that's everything. So we're never going to get rid of that stuff. But the system in place, if thought through the way it's meant to be thought through, should work if you don't believe in God. But you have to believe in a power that can do no wrong and only expects really one thing from you, and that is to accept his love and pray to him. Or accept his love by praying to him. And that allows you to think, hey, he's not going to do that for me, but maybe if I just slow down my mind, and in my case, a lot of time, just take a gummy and relax and not always be so hyper masculine. If that's a thing. And so, yeah, it starts with the family first, and stop telling your kids that they can do anything at the cost of everything. And stop letting people know that, yes, as it shouldn't ever happen to you, you better at least think in the back of your head, it could happen to me. And instill that in your kids. Instill fear in them. Don't instill weakness, instill fear. And I know that sucks, but you're stupid not to prepare them for it if you don't. So don't lay down and the red carpet to these pedophiliacs and let them come into your world. You know, don't let them do it. They might still do it, but don't let them do it. Don't invite them into that world. And God bless world. One love, one race under him. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.